Let's bring in Georgia Congressman Doug Collins, member of the House Judiciary Committee. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, everybody. How are y'all?
Good morning. So the president responded, and he said Crazy Nancy is the one who should be under observation. What do you say?
I say after having to watch her for the last 18, 19 months as Speaker of the House, the American people see just the train wreck that she has been leading over. I mean, where are we coming up with this? I mean, the Speaker is so focused on her dislike of Donald Trump and beating him for president. She's willing to just come up with just these ideas that are just awful, all these crazy ideas. Come on, man. Really? This is what you're wanting to talk about? A commission for the 25th Amendment to actually talk about, which you have no power to do by yourself. You have no power to get it passed under Republicans or anybody else. She is just pandering to the American people and to her base, her liberal base that has pushed her so far to the left that they cannot do anything except attack Donald Trump. Speaker, start leading the House. You're supposed to be Speaker of the House, not the head of the DNC on everything that you do. The American people are waiting for when you're going to actually help them with stimulus. You're actually going to help them with the transportation issues. You're not wanting to do anything except attack this president. Get over it.
Well, I tell you what, I was pretty amazed yesterday. Not many people are talking about this. The Squad and these progressives have combined forces to form one group calling the Working Families Party People's Charter. 1,000 words talking about they're demanding of Joe Biden, by the way, a $15 minimum wage, $16 billion immediately canceling student debt. They want affordable housing for all. Sounds like Russia. Universal or free health care. They want to give the public ownership stakes in all corporations, receiving bailouts, shifting money away from police departments towards communities. So AOC and company are tired of the dismissive statements from Joe Biden when he says, I beat the socialists. Those dismissive statements by Kamala Harris saying, I will not ban fracking. They're demanding to be heard. What's the truth here? Are they a fringe group or are they a foundation group?
No, what you heard yesterday was the ones who own the Democratic Party, the ones who own Joe Biden and Senator Harris. They spoke up because they were tired of the ones that they're now having to push going against them, as you just said. No, they spoke up loudly. This is the American socialist agenda that they're wanting to push. And can you imagine, just look at the juxtaposition of out there. Joe Biden and Senator Harris are out there running to the moderate, that we're the mainstream.
They're not telling the truth. They're not telling the truth, Congressman. This is the real agenda.
Oh, you better believe it. And that's why the real agenda had to sort of clear its throat yesterday and said, excuse me, reminder, we're the ones that put you here, and we're the ones that's going to put you where we want you to put. And so the American people need to take note. Take note of that agenda, because that's the Biden-Harris agenda. Don't let them fool you out there with their talk of moderate and doing everything for the American people. The agenda was spoken up when the bosses actually said yesterday, this is the ones we want. The progressive side is this is the ones we're controlling. We're going to control Biden and Harris, not what they're telling you right now.
Well, Congressman, some of the notable backers who signed this People's Charter include AOC, Congresswoman Omar, Presley, Tlaib, and Ro Khanna of California. But, you know, when you think about it, essentially what they're doing, it's a squeeze play. You know, Joe Biden is trying to present himself as a moderate, as a centrist, but at the same time they're going, okay, you can say that, but if you want all of us to vote for you, and he needs those votes, and he needs the Bernie Sanders people, he's got to say, look, I'm not going to tell you whether or not I'm going to sign on to the People's Charter. We haven't heard whether or not he would. And we haven't heard whether or not he is behind the idea to pack the court. Because if he does not say, yes, I will pack the court, it's going to anger the progressive wing, and they won't come out to vote.
Exactly right. Can you imagine the migraine that occurred in the Biden campaign last night with this coming out and all this? Look, and also let's just be a reminder to everybody. When Joe Biden says that he'll let us know after the election, which, by the way, he's going to not be president, so I could care less what he says after the election. But he says that he'll tell us about court packing. He's telling the American people what he's going to do. He will pack the court. Read my lips clearly. Joe Biden will pack the court if Amy Coney Barrett is approved. Let's just make it very clear he's trying to be too cute by half. And this is the real thing. They're trying to run a campaign of being fake while the American people are understanding it's the progressive wing that is actually pushing them where they need to go.
Well, and I'm just going to close with this. Can you imagine if the President Trump ran for office and said, I might build a wall? It's hard to say. Can you imagine if he says, I might redo some trade deals? We'll see what happens. China, they might be an enemy, they might not. We wouldn't accept it. The press wouldn't accept it.
He didn't even say might, though, Brian.
Yeah, they accept this from Joe Biden. It is so wrong.
Biden didn't even say might. He didn't even say I might do it. He just said, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do until
elect me and I'll surprise you.
Well, why would they attack their candidate? I mean, think about this. They've been promoting him. They've been coddling him and everything. Why would they attack their candidate? They're just going to subserviently do whatever Biden and Harris want because this is what their agenda is. They don't want the American people to know the truth. But we're seeing the truth, and we're telling it this morning.
All right. Doug Collins from the great state of Georgia. Sir, thank you very much. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Great. Y'all have a good day. See you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.